Hi children, good morning. How are you? Hope you are fine. I am Kamala Kumari, your science teacher. We are giving you online classes regularly. We will continue food and health part 2. Let us continue this lesson. So mineral deficiency diseases. What are mineral deficiency diseases? Let us discuss. Minerals like calcium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, and sodium. They are present in our body in small amounts. Deficiency of different minerals in our body leads to improper functioning of different parts of the body. So if this deficiency is there, the body may not function properly. What you are seeing, children, this is tabular form about vitamins, minerals, and deficiency disease, disorder, and symptoms. What are symptoms? The symptoms are nothing but before you get the fever, some difference in your body, that is headache, body pains. These are called symptoms. Is it clear, children? So now let me talk about vitamin A. If vitamin A is less in our body, what happens? Loss of vision. That is, we cannot see. So what are the symptoms? They cannot see in dim light, poor vision, and dullness in eyes, dry and scaly skin, and sometimes complete loss of vision also will be there. And you will be hearing after 6 they cannot see, that is called rechikati. So that is called night blindness. This disease occurs because of the absence of vitamin A. Next, vitamin B, that is B1 or B, beriberi disease. And here extreme weakness, complete body will be weak, and here you cannot do any work. If you do little work also, you will feel tired. That is about vitamin B deficiency, beriberi disease. Next, vitamin C, that is scurvy. Here, what do you observe? Bleeding gums. In your teeth, gums are there. There you will find when you brush the teeth, the blood comes out. And loose teeth. Teeth will become very loose. And wounds take a longer time to heal. So anywhere cut or if you fall down, there will be wound. That it takes longer time to heal it. And pain in joints pain also will be there because of scurvy disease. Next, vitamin D. This is rickets disease, and bones will become very weak and soft, and tooth decay will be there, and bow shaped legs will be there. This is because of the calcium. This is because of the vitamin D deficiency. Now calcium. Calcium deficiency, bone and tooth decay. That is very weak bones and tooth will decay. This is about calcium. Now we'll go to the iodine. Iodine already you studied in 4th class. Because of the absence of iodine or deficiency, goiter disease, that is enlargement of glands in the neck. So glands in the neck appear swollen, and mental disability in children. That means they cannot grow properly. Their brain will be undeveloped. Next, iron deficiency. Iron deficiency, anemia disease. So here the blood will be very less in the body, so that they will feel very weak, looks weak and pale. They get tired while doing little work. and all the diseases will be ready to attack such a person, weak person, isn't it? Now we'll go to the next. You can see the pictures, curvy, how the tooth decay starts. This is due to the deficiency of vitamin C and rickets, the bow-shaped legs. The picture you can see. Hemoglobin, it is red in color because of the presence. The blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. This pigment is present. And here, this is useful for us to transport the oxygen to all parts of our body. Prevention of deficiency diseases. We can prevent these deficiency diseases by following this. What is that? First one, we should take a balanced diet containing all types of nutrients. You will be telling, I don't want to eat that. I don't like this. You should not say. Every day, whatever your mother gives, you have to eat, whether you like or dislike, because it will be helpful for your body. One must follow good food practices and habits. Is it clear, children? So children must be given adequate amount of milk products and additional food items like juices, soft boiled rice, porridge, etc. What is porridge? Steam cooking one. That is called porridge. So you should have this daily. You should not say, I don't like milk, I don't want to drink. You should drink daily milk. Malnutrition. What is malnutrition here? This term is used for a condition caused by improper or inadequate nourishment. That means less or improper. It often results in one or more of the deficiency diseases. You can see the picture how weak the student is. So it affects 1 in 3 people all over the world, and comes in different shapes and sizes. See, first person, stunting, that means growth is not there. And wasting, the person too thin for his weight, height. Obesity, that means overweight. This may occur due to malnutrition. Communicable diseases. The diseases which get transmitted or which pass from one person to another are called communicable diseases. Can you tell corona is communicable or non-communicable disease? It is communicable disease. These diseases are transmitted through germs like bacteria, virus, fungi, or non-living or living agents. The germs enter the body through nose or mouth, food and water taken. How communicable diseases spread? So by insects, diseases like malaria and dengue spread by the bite of mosquitoes. So mosquito bite also very dangerous. You should avoid this. How can you avoid? You have to use mosquito repellent or mosquito nets. Plague is spread by rat, fleas, and corona is spread by virus. All of you know this, isn't it? That's why we are covering our nose and mouth while going outside to avoid corona. By air, water, and soil, few diseases spread. So air, water, and soil are non-living agents which can transmit diseases through coughing, through air, when they cough, when they sneeze. From infected person, it transfers, the germs will enter through air, water, or soil to healthy person. Thus, they cause disease. They can then enter the body of another person. Germs of common cold, measles, and chickenpox, they spread through air. While germs of diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice spread through water. You have to remember this, children. So see the picture of measles, how it occurred. and chicken pox. So these will spread through air. Communicable diseases. So diseases that spread from one living thing to another living through the environment. And pathogens. What is pathogens here? The bacteria or virus or the germs. These are called pathogens which cause diseases. And infection, the condition when the pathogen enters the body, it starts multiplying and damage the body cells. Is it clear, children? Now, prevention of communicable diseases. We can prevent the spread of germs from a sick person to a healthy person. All the articles and clothes of an infected person must be disinfected. It should be cleaned, washed. One must always cover the nose or mouth while sneezing or coughing. You can see the picture, children. Without covering the mouth when they sneeze, nose, how the microbes come outside. So you have to cover your nose and mouth while sneezing. The surroundings must be kept clean and hygiene. Water must not be allowed to stagnate around homes because stagnant water is the place for breeding mosquitoes. Wherever stagnant water remains, mosquitoes will breed, they develop, they germinate, they start breeding. Vaccination must be done to prevent many diseases like measles, polio, and chickenpox. Is it clear? You can see the picture, children. To avoid this, vaccination, to avoid measles, polio, and chickenpox, vaccination should be given in the childhood. We had completed this lesson. That's all for today. Thank you, children.